Hello everyone, it's Michelle here from Michelle Fleur Art, and today I have a fun video for you. I thought I'd take you along while I go for a walk on the beach and then show you how I paint seashells in my journal. I had a lovely walk on the beach this morning. It's been really rainy and windy here, so there was lots of wonderful stuff washed up on the shore. There was no one on the beach except me, so it was pretty cool. I found lots of really strange and unusual things, but I brought home a little bag of seashells that I found. And when I got them home, I thought, oh, why don't I sit down and paint them in my journal? So that's what I've done. The first thing I have to do is clean all of my seashells. There's a few bits of plastic in there, never mind them. I just pick it up when I see it on the beach. So here are all the seashells and bits that I found, and now I'm going to lay them all out on a tea towel to dry. I found some sweet seashells and lots of sea urchins too. Now I'm placing them out on a white piece of paper just to make a little display that I can paint from. I can have quite a bit of fun arranging the shells on the paper. I think I spent maybe a little too long doing this. Then I ended up just picking them up and putting them in my hand while I was drawing them anyway, so it was a bit of a waste of time, but you know, that's okay, it's all part of the process. So here I am drawing in the shells, just with the lead pencil. And I found some round things in drawers to draw around for the sea urchins. I just found some like jar lids and things of different sizes so that I could do different size sea urchins. So here are my drawings, ready for me to paint. Let's get painting, shall we? I'm using my Kuretake Gansai Tambi watercolour paints, otherwise known as Japanese watercolours. And for my first layer, I'm just basically going to put down a pretty plain wash on each shell. I'm mixing lots of water with the paint so that the paint is very transparent. This is just the background layer. I often paint in layers. I like the richness and the depth that it gives my work. It took me quite a while just to get the background layers down on this piece, just because there were quite a few seashells. And I kept getting interrupted along the way, but we got there in the end. I'm working in my everyday journal, which is a Etchr Perfect journal, and it has lovely thick watercolour paper in it. It's perfect for doing things like this, actually. I love these journals. They are quite expensive, but they do have that beautiful watercolour paper. So they'll accept a lot of water, and you can have a really good time experimenting on this paper. So now I'm just coming in to do the second layer, and this will be full of lots of detail. I realised at this point that I was taking quite a long time just to do a journal painting, so I thought that I'll speed things up a bit and probably just do 2 layers on these seashells. I did end up doing another kind of little detailed layer, but this second layer I tried to get as much kind of detail and stuff in as I could. I I was aware of trying not to get bogged down in the painting because it's just a journal painting. So I got a bit loose and abstract, and seashells are perfect for this. You can really go to town and free yourself up. I actually teach a Watercolour Seashells workshop, and it's one of my favourites because people come up with the most amazing results when they just let go and have a lot of fun with it. As I said, seashells really lend themselves to abstraction and being a bit loose. So yeah, it's one of my favourite workshops. Now I'm heading over to start the sea urchins. I'm just drawing in the centre holes here, just to give me a guide. And then I start to do the stripes very loosely with the watercolour. It's basically just stripes and dots. So I had a bit of fun trying to work out how I was going to do it. I wasn't looking forward to doing all those dots. I didn't want to spend all afternoon doing it. I did find a little cheat way to do some of them. What I did was I watered down some gouache, and then I took the protector from a watercolour brush. When you buy them, they have like a little plastic tube over the bristles, and I used the end of that by dipping it in the gouache and then placing it on the paper and kind of making a circle shape. It looked a bit messy to start with, but I think it came together in the end, but you can decide that when I'm finished. Then I just added some dots with the watercolour brush in between. Finally, I decided to add some shadows to the shells and the urchins just to anchor them onto the page. They looked a little like they were floating around before I did this, and I think adding a shadow really added to the piece. So here we are. Here are the finished seashells in my journal. I love that I found them on the beach this morning, and this afternoon I have them immortalised within my journal. What do you think? Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like or subscribe if you haven't already. That would be great. And I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.